Statistically, children that grow up without regular access to their fathers are more likely to be depressed, suicidal, abuse drugs, commit mass shootings, to become pregnant before they're ready, to have all sorts of terrible, terrible issues. Why is that? What is it that makes dad so important to a child's development? In today's episode, I'm going to give you 4 things that dads do well and that cannot be replaced by anyone. If you appreciate what we're trying to do here over at Act a Dad, make sure that you like, subscribe, and leave a comment. What do you think the value is that you bring as a father? The way that mom and dad typically parent that's different is moms are more emotional and more nurturing, whereas dads are more exciting, fun-filled, and setting boundaries. When you mix the two together, they create a really great check and balance. But today, I'm going to be talking to you about what dads do so differently so that you can really lean in and do what you do best. One of the most important things that we as fathers do is provide a guideline. We are role models for our kids. We're not their boss. We're not their friend. We are their role models. As fathers, it's very important that we embrace that challenge. Boys tend to emulate their dads and grow up to be like their fathers. When there's an absence of a father, they look to fill that void from other people, whether it's the television, whether it's a local gang member, or whether it's random people on the internet. They need dad so that they can have a substance, so they can understand how to live. Generally speaking, young girls end up dating or marrying men that are like their father. So it's very important that we as fathers raise our kids and show our kids what it really looks like to be a man. It's really important that we lay down that baseline. That's the first thing that dads do that is so important. Second thing that dads do that's really important is roughhousing. Roughhousing, while counterintuitive, is really important to developing empathy in a child. It's really important for developing boundaries. It's also paramount for building trust. Your kid, when they wrestle with you and you throw them around, you're developing trust because they understand that they're not going to be seriously injured because they're with dad. They also learn that, hey, if I push too far and I bite or I pinch, dad's going to tell me that the fun is over and I have to wait till tomorrow. These types of factors of parenting are highly, highly valuable because it teaches kids how to be empathetic to the way they treat others. It teaches kids not to pass certain boundaries and also teaches them that I can trust this male figure in front of me. As a general rule, dads tend to implement discipline a little bit differently than moms in general. So the third thing that dads do that's really important is setting hard boundaries and not negotiating. For example, you're at the dinner table and the deal is your kid gets dessert after they eat all their vegetables. It'd be very common for mom to say, okay, well, you've eaten half of your vegetables. I don't really want to argue about you eating the rest of them. Go ahead, have your dessert. You did pretty good. Dads are typically going to handle this situation differently. Dads are going to say, listen, son, you have to eat all your vegetables or you're getting no dessert. And when the kid starts to cry, they say, okay, the deal's up. You're actually not going to get dessert tomorrow either unless you stop complaining. You know the deal. Eat your vegetables, get your dessert. Dads tend to set hard lines, whereas moms are more likely via their emotional connection to negotiate more. And look, neither way is right or wrong. However, this is something that is very, very important that dads do differently. The fourth major difference between the way that mom and dad raise their kids is in the way that they handle problems, problem solving. Moms are typically more likely to get involved and solve the problem for the kid. You got a bully at school? Well, I'm going to go talk to the principal. I'm going to go talk to that kid's mom. I'm going to get the board involved. I'm just going to get everyone until this problem is solved and that kid stops bullying you. A dad is more likely to say, well, why were you being bullied? Where were you? What were you doing? How can we address this problem so it doesn't happen again? And neither way is necessarily right or wrong. But what dads are more likely to do is help their kid to overcome those problems. Listen, it's really important that we're not raising zoo animals. As fathers, it's important that kids struggle and they're challenged and they learn to overcome those challenges. That is what you do best. That is what is so important about what fathers do and what fathers give. So keep up the awesome dadding. If you got any value from this episode today, please make sure that you like, you subscribe, and you leave a comment below. Let me know what I'm doing right and wrong. And definitely check out the Act a Dad group over on Facebook. It's a phenomenal community full of some really awesome dads. I look forward to seeing you there soon. Have an awesome day. Peace.